Good afternoon. Welcome to this very sacred and quiet space. Just for me and you to, just relax and breathe. So take some nice deep breaths with me. And just push that tummy out as you breathe in. This fills your body completely with your very special breath. You know it's not just oxygen, huh? The air we breathe is filled with atoms, light atoms, that nourish your light body within you. Hi Annie, welcome. So we're just breathing and feeling our breath as it moves through your body. You can imagine it dispersing everywhere, down to your toes, into your head, into your tummy. And if ever I have a little niggle or a pain or anything, I will focus on that area and the breath will go there. And these atoms of light will nourish this part of you. It will come in and rebalance this part. So just being there for you. So you can also say that the breath that you breathe is filled with love, because light equals love. The light and love that is not separate than all that is out there. It flows through you. Divinity, divine light, that is not separate from you. So you can imagine when you're breathing, you are truly coming into contact with your divine self. Yeah, she's always there. But when we become aware of our breath, we are consciously breathing, it's like we bring everything online. Feels good. And our divine self has all the answers. So in this space now, if we have any questions, we can clearly state them. maybe your next step you want to get clear on, a choice you're having difficulty with, what is for your highest potential. So keep tuning in to this breath that's flowing throughout your body, mind, and feel that tingling, the presence of you. I also like to call this the I am presence. And this is part of your multidimensional self. Yes, you are human and divine, and so much more. Because we've all played so many roles, human roles, galactic roles. And all these lives we've led, this time, especially now, is a beautiful opportunity for everything to come back in this body. Everything has been scattered for a purpose, for us to just concentrate on our physical role now. But now it is time to bring everything back, because we've done the roles now. It's time for something new. But we can't move forward totally if we are not whole. And every part of us that has been scattered wide is necessary. The wisdom, the loving essence we have gained during all our roles, it is necessary to hold here. So sometimes when we're in this nice, relaxing space just with you, things will come up, fears or pains, questions, but they're not necessarily to do with this life. They can be from the aspects of your other lives, because everything comes back whole, so it's the good and the bad. But we also have to remember that everything is energy, so nothing can hurt us. It's not as if, when I say bad, or the fear, it's just misunderstandings. And once you allow a role or aspect to be in your presence, the divine presence you are here now, you can just embrace maybe this fear or pain you're having. You could ask for clarity and understanding if it is necessary. But you can trust that your I am presence, this divine embrace, will just dissolve the fear or pain. This is all part of our ascension process. Awakening, that's opening up to the understanding that, we are so much more than our human body mind. And then the integration, integrating with all our lives into this physical body here. Dealing with all our fears and pains that come up at this time. Embracing them. Transforming them into light, so that our physical body is not how should I say, it's not full of the density anymore, because darkness and negativity, that is dense. So we want to transform all this into light and love. And then our physical body, here now, raises its vibration. Because only when we raise our vibration can our essence of who we truly are, divinity, shine through. Then you feel the joy, the compassion, the excitement, the confidence, the freedom to express, the powerful you, the power of love. As you become, or as you allow yourself to be lighter, loving, you will begin to feel the true essence of yourself, the feeling of you. It will become more here. It is a beautiful feeling. And of course, the more love and light we are, that our body can hold, we reflect this out into our environment. A little bit like the law of attraction, but it's nothing to do with mental. It's a feeling of joy, confidence, compassion. The magic. You will start to see this out there. And our new home here is absolutely wonderful. Every time I walk through the gardens, it's as if it becomes grander and more vibrant, and yeah, it's just truly amazing. It's like the birds are really so joyfully singing. Everything, all the insects, everything, it's hard to explain, but it's just wonderful. And this is always for me a sign that my body is becoming more and more in harmony, that I'm managing to raise my vibration so much that I can actually physically see it. So I talk a lot about birthing new earth. So we're birthing this new harmony within, desires for unity consciousness, to work together, to be together with others. But only when we can manage this ourselves is this reflected out there. Many of us have problems. We bring them with us into each now moment. The mind flicks back into the past and the future and weighs us down here. But this is not helping us at all. This is just a distraction from being the joy. And this is where the breath comes in. Because when we breathe, we take away the attention from the chattering mind and we pull it down into our tummy. And feel the harmony again. We can also purposely, if we have too many problems or too much chattering up here, we can focus on self-love. Because loving self is always the answer. Love definitely will conquer everything. So it's about finding ways that we each can love ourselves. And what does that mean? How can we love ourselves? And for each of us is different. Now for me, one of them is drinking beautiful water, and a lovely tip is cucumber, mint and lemon. It's so refreshing and good in this warm weather. Nourishing my body is a way of loving myself, because I know my body needs it. I never allow myself to get thirsty. I continuously drink a little all the time. And my husband jokes because he thinks I'm like hooked up to the drip. But this is my way of loving myself. Now another way that I love myself is I change my what I eat, my food. Because the stodgy carbohydrates didn't feel good. And anything that doesn't feel good, it means I'm out of balance, so I have to change it. So I eat what I really like. So that's low carbohydrates. Lots of avocados. The Mediterranean food here is lovely. And this is nourishing my physical body. This is part of my loving myself. So you also need to look at how you are loving yourself. Do you need to love yourself more? Every now and again I have to go out for a walk in nature by the sea for however long it takes. I have to connect with out there. This is loving myself. And breathing. I do this very often consciously, imagining my divine self just hugging me, being there for the human. Because it's not an easy time. Not at all. But loving yourself so much stops you from going out there chasing somebody or something to love you. Instead, we can allow ourselves to have new experiences. I hope my internet's behaving because I see it going in and out. But anyway, as long as you're here, just breathing for you, allowing yourself to be clear, to receive any answers you wish, to be clear on how you love yourself. What do you need to do? Do you need to change anything? Is your relationship good? Your job? Does it all make you happy? Because if it doesn't, you're not loving yourself. Allowing yourself time to paint or anything creative, to write, to sing, to play an instrument, that is a way of loving yourself, feeling good. So we can find out what we like by experiencing different things. I find at the moment people, especially that are not tuned in to their highest potential, they disturb me too much at the moment with their just normal chatterings about problems. I mean, we all have enough of our own, or challenges, I like to say. So don't go around with people you know that are toxic, because they are. We can't help anybody if we don't help ourselves. And put out there. You want to find like-minded people, to have fun with and just have laughs with. And they will come. So just coming back to the breath. Feeling the presence that you are. Just knowing that anything that is out of balance with the power of love, it will come into balance. Just allow it to happen. It is so simple. You don't need to go out there and do the yoga or the Pilates or the Kung Fu or whatever, the hard exercises, finding new ways. It's just you. Just relaxing and being with you is what's going to help you. It's time to be just gentle with yourself. So, Annie, you're going to write down things how you love yourself? What do you do? Also in my book, I believe I wrote a list down of ways of loving yourself. I've always loved to dress nicely. Grand. And when I walk, I always make sure, I hold my head up, spine straight, feel confident. That is loving myself. And having a nice glass of red wine is also lovely. So Annie's saying, I also like to feed my body with good food. Yes, the good food. Yes. The taste, it has to taste nice. Not necessarily vegetation, but a little meat, as long as it tastes nice. Nice sauces. I love the way the French cook. Yeah, just going out and having a nice dinner with friends is lovely. Okay, so I think that's about time. Just before we go, just take a few more breaths. Just really making sure your human body mind knows that it is loved by your divinity, by all that is. It's so important that you know that you are a star, you are magnificent, you are a special piece in the whole jigsaw of the world. So, until the next time, remember, self-love heals all. Okay, thank you, and hasta luego, adios.